This video is presented with the help of Sloan Motors, buying, selling, and consigning the best examples of vintage Porsches in the world.
I go by Bill Stover. I'm out of the Silver Sage region, which is southwestern Idaho, and I'm fortunate to drive 2002 GT2 as well as a 914 track car. My membership, I believe, goes back to 1978 when I purchased my first Porsche, which was a 1973 914 2-liter, and I grew up in a family that was automotive enthusiasts, albeit never having the German mark. But I always had an appreciation for the German engineering, and when I made that first purchase of the 914, I joined the club straight away. I've been fortunate, my wife and I have been fortunate to own a number of Porsches over the years, and we have had such tremendous enjoyment with all of those cars that when the release of the GT2 was announced, we looked at that as the next successor to the Turbo S that we previously had. It became available working with my dealer as the first essentially street legal suspension adjustable rear wheel drive twin turbo, so essentially a track car that was street legal. We picked the Zanzibar Red off of one of those color swatches at our dealership and said we are either going to be thrilled with this color or the alternative. And we have been thrilled with it. I'm just particularly pleased with the way the light, brings out kind of a burnt orangish tinge to it, and we've only ever seen 3 Zanzibar Red cars together. That was at our Rennsport reunion at Laguna Secas. Every time you get into the GT2, you have the feel of incredible engineering, a security to that vehicle, but you know that it is just attached to the road. And what I think of is I can jump in our car, I can jump in the GT2, I know that I can push it as hard as I want to push it, and know that designers and engineers built that car to be driven that way. I think it demonstrates what the driver's either performance or limitations are. I have no excuses with the car being so capable, so every drive or movement is translated both as you intended and as if you didn't intend it. Getting it out autocrossing is probably a favorite for me. They stripped pretty much all of the sound insulation out of that car when they lightened it. So on the road, it's a bit noisy. But we still take it on just casual road trips as well. My favorite memory in our GT2 is my wife and I taking a road trip to Arroyo Grande, California, to where I went to high school, and parking the car just on the access to the beach. We've got a favorite picture of the two of us beside our car. The other fond memory, the GT2 was a factory delivery. Couldn't go over 4,500 RPM during break-in, and I had to mentally think that through, that limited me in the GT2 to 155 miles an hour. And I thought that was something I could probably live with. well, I didn't serve in the military, nor did my wife, but our older son served in the Marine Corps. My father served in the Army. We certainly take the view that all of those who serve for such that the rest of us enjoy the life that we do in the United States are underappreciated. And every time we are in the car, every time we walk by the car, it's a reminder to us, and it allows us to speak to others who see that license plate and express our thanks to everyone who has served for our country.